Good morning, dear students. Dear students, in your previous lesson in which we were studying about the light reactions, if you remember, students, the NAD it is reduced to NADH. Similarly, ADP gain phosphate group and make ATP. The water it is absorbed from the cells through the root hairs, and it dissociates into hydrogen ion and O2. So students, these are the product, this NADH, this ATP, and this hydrogen ion and oxygens. These are the products of the light reaction, and this is the end of the light reaction. Student, next comes the dark reaction. Dark reaction, as it is very clear from its name, that this is the light independent reaction. This is what? This is the light independent reaction. Students, if you remember, I told you that the light reactions, this occur in the granum of the chloroplast. Where it occurs, students? In the granums of this chloroplast. While the dark reaction, this occur in the stroma of the chloroplast. Student, what's happened in the dark reaction? In the dark reactions, CO2, this is absorbed. This is what? This is absorbed from the atmosphere. From what? From the atmosphere. Enter into the, obviously, into the reaction center. Enter into the reaction center. And what was the reaction center, students? I told you earlier that this is located in the stroma of the chloroplast. Here this CO2, this is reduced by the hydrogen ions. By what? By the hydrogen ions, which was synthesized by the dissociation of water molecules into oxygen molecules and hydrogen ions. This CO2, this is reduced, and student, as I told you, what is meant by reduction? It is the addition of the hydrogen. So this is reduced, this CO2, as it is absorbed from the atmosphere, this is reduced. The CO2, it is reduced. CO2 is reduced by the hydrogen ions, and after making some intermediate products, this will make the C6H12O6, which is the end product of the photosynthesis. This C6H12O6, this is the glucose molecule. This is glucose. Some of the glucose, it is used by the chloroplast for its own energy purpose. Some that is sent to the storage region, that is through the phloem. Through the phloem, storage regions means the roots, that is the tuber, that is, and including the grain, etc. These are the storage. Here it is stored in the form of starch, or it is stored in the form of the sucrose. So students, as this C6H12O6 are the glucose molecule it is formed, so it is the end of the dark reaction. This dark reaction, this was for the first time explained by the Malvin Calvin. Malvin Calvin, he was himself an American physiologist in the California State University, and he got Nobel Prize for his achievement in 1961 for this achievement, for explaining this dark reaction. He was given the Nobel Prize in 1961. So this reaction is also known as the Calvin cycle. So students, this is all about the light dark reaction, and this is the end of the photosynthesis up to yours level.